Welcome back to Bike Ventures. I'm at a very cold and very foggy Carsington Water in the southern edge of Derbyshire, just north of Ashbourne, about 5 or 6 miles north of Ashbourne, just so you get your bearings. So about a 9-mile loop today around Carsington. This reservoir opened in 1992, but the planning started in 1969. There's a bit of a story why it took so long, so I'll explain that as we go around. So yeah, let's crack on. Right, so it's up to you which way around you ride this. I'm going to ride it anti-clockwise today, just because I've not done that for a long time. I normally ride it clockwise, so just for a change, ride it anti-clockwise. So it's quite lumpy on the far side. This side, where the visitor centre is not too bad. It's fairly flat, a couple of little bumps, but the other side's got the hills, albeit they're not crazy. Oh, it is cold today and very, very misty. So I've just started from Sheepwash car park, which is the cheapest of the 3 car parks. You've got the main visitor centre, which is the next one we're coming to shortly, which is a bit dearer, obviously because there's facilities there, cafe, play park, toilets, etc., a few shops. There's a nice little watchtower look. I just thought I'd show you this. This is a RAF World War II lookout tower. So this whole area, before it was a reservoir, was used. In fact, should we go up? Let's go up. Not going to see much today though because it's foggy. But yeah, this whole area here was used for bombing practice. So there was 2 towers connected by telephone, and the other tower was demolished when the reservoir was built. But this one's still intact. Yeah, it's pretty cool, isn't it? Be a nice view on a clear day. Unfortunately, we haven't got one of them today. So yeah, there's the bike look. Just waiting for me to get back on. Yeah, it's cool look. See down the trail. Oh. Yeah, it's pretty cool. It's still here. Look, there's a little bench where you can sit, take a bit of shelter if it's raining or freezing cold and foggy. Yeah, never mind. If you're enjoying the channel, give us a like and a subscribe. It's totally free and you get to stay up to date with all our latest content. Cheers. Right, this does get busy, this place in summer. I imagine today it ain't going to be too bad. There was only a couple of cars in the car park, and we'll see what the visitor centre's like. That does get busy, crazy busy. So bear that in mind. If you're going to come in summer, get here early doors. Be prepared to wait for a parking space. So this reservoir has 3 islands. Horseshoe Island, which is not far from where we are now. It doesn't look anything like a horseshoe, so I'm not sure why it's got that name. The other one's called Water Sports Island. On him. Yeah, the other one's called Water Sports Island. Fairly self-explanatory. I think it's not far from the water sports centre. There's a sailing club here where you can book to do activities. And then the third one, I forget what the name of it is at the far end of the dam. It's only tiny. It's a lovely place to ride and walk around though. So just under 9 miles. Make sure you keep right here. Down to the left's a footpath. So this reservoir provides water for over 3 million people. Pretty impressive, isn't it? Unlike most reservoirs, it was quite low in the summer, lowest I've ever seen it. Right, so we're just coming into the visitor centre now. It's quite big, it has got a big car park. See, very quiet today. Not surprised given the weather. In fact, it's freezing fog. You know what? I don't mind cold weather as long as I'm not out in it for hours on end. So I can make do, I think, with an hour or so today. Just nice to get out, isn't it? Much as you can in winter. Right, so we're just going past Carsington Sailing Club now, and then we'll be approaching the dam wall. Right, so this is the second wall that this dam had, or this reservoir, the second dam wall. So like I said, it started in 1969, the planning for it, and in 1974 building work started. In 1984 the dam wall cracked. Before it was obviously filled with water, huge crack appeared, so let's start again. Big landslip, so yeah, they had to do a lot of work to make sure it wasn't going to happen again in the future. In 1984 that first crack, the slip appeared. And 1992 is when it was opened by the late Queen Elizabeth II. So this viewing area here, my kids used to call it the mini velodrome. You can see why. So when the kids were younger, bring them in, used to have a little bit of a bomb round. I'll go and show you the stone in the middle. That's got some information about the reservoir, capacity, size, etc. We'll show you that. Some gorgeous views on a clear day, but it's a bit misty today, isn't it? Foggy actually. 36 million cubic metres of capacity, 296 hectare surface area, 31 metres deep, and the length of the embankment, we just come over, 1.2 kilometres. Yeah, it's cool, isn't it? So this is Millfield's car park. A little bit more expensive than Sheep Wash, a little bit cheaper than the main one. There's toilets, picnic benches. There is a sad story, unfortunately, but it was a tragic one to the building of this reservoir. In 1983, 4 young men sadly died. They were working in one of the drainage tunnels, and the tunnel became full of carbon dioxide. There wasn't enough oxygen coming in. Sadly they asphyxiated. They were very young, 2 at 20 and 2 at 26. Yeah, massive shame. Happens with a lot of these kind of big projects, doesn't it? So it's mostly hard packed gravel all the way around this as well. Like I said, this side's the lumpiest, and it does get a little bit muddy in places, especially through the woods, top end. So the other good thing about Carsington is that with a very short road section, probably less than 3 miles, albeit uphill, you get to the High Peak Trail. So you have to, when you come out of the Sheep Wash car park, you go straight across on the road. It takes you into the little village of Hopton, and you go through Hopton, turn left, follow the National Cycle Network signs. You go up the Hopton Via, which is a couple of mile climb, and it brings you out at the bottom of the Hopton incline on the High Peak Trail. So the third and easiest of the 3 inclines. So if you did want to make a day of it, you can pop up there and jump on the High Peak Trail. There you go, look. I promise you, there's a lovely view there. You just can't see it today. I mean, look, even the geese are like fed up. Look, the water's dead calm. Little boy out there. Yeah, so in summer, lovely bench that to sit out and taking the views. You'd be able to see where we started over there, but obviously we can't. Never mind, I say what, I've warmed up now, I've been doing them hills. Whew. Right, let's crack on. Right, so we're just crossing the northern tip now. The reservoir, dam, water. I wonder when a water becomes a reservoir or a dam. Not sure. I'm going to have to Google that answer today, and I'll give you an answer. Someone will know if you're watching. Pop it in the comments. Ooh. So one thing that is good out at Carsington, you probably noticed it, a lot of benches. A lot of benches. What you can't do is go in the water. The route around it, really have done a good job of attracting visitors. A lot of wildlife if you like bird spotting, or a nice walk, or even a nice bike ride. It'd be great for kids. Just bear in mind this far end's lumpy. I highly recommend this one if you just want a very short hour or so. You bring a picnic, you can drag it out a bit longer, can't you? If you're up here in the Peak District for a break, And yeah, just want something different to the trails. Monsell, High Peak, Tissington, or the Manifold, which I've got videos on my channel showing you those trails as well. And this is something a little bit different, and it's a loop, and a lot of the trails tend to be linear. So this is a section I was saying is a little bit muddier, but it's not bad. Even in the depths of winter, look, this is still got hard pack underneath. It's pretty good. I mean, don't get me wrong, I am filthy. My boots are filthy. Shins on my leggings are filthy. Shorts are filthy. My bike's filthy. But I don't mind. There's a road just ahead. And we've still got a nice bit of hard packed gravel to ride on. What I was on about, you can get up to the High Peak Trail. You can take this gate here and cross. It is signposted for Hopton. Go up there, a little bridle way. You're onto the road for, I don't know, a few hundred metres, I think, half a mile. It's not far anyway, it's a lovely quiet little road. And then you turn right up the Hopton via Jellier. Beautiful actually, through the woods. And then you're at the Hopton Incline and the High Peak Trail, left towards Parsley Hay and right towards Middleton Top. If you drop down the incline to Cromford Canal. So yeah, it's part of the White Peak Loop if you go up there. Anyway, we're going that way. 1.6 kilometres to Sheepwash Car Park, where we started. You can actually see the other side, look, we've just ridden over there and round. So yeah, just so you can see another bank in today. One of the big islands is just coming up there as well. So that there is Horseshoe Island. I don't know why, because it don't look like a horseshoe, but there we go. Yeah, glad I came out today. You know what? I thought it was going to be freezing. Not actually that bad, which is nice. Just echoes what I was saying in last week's video. Just get out and explore your local area. You don't have to go out and do 50-mile rides all the time. This time of year, nice 9-10 miler. It's just nice, the fresh air, the cool wind in your face, the fog. Yeah, it's cool. We had snow last night, but luckily it didn't settle. So yeah, just get yourself out and explore what's around. I've had a very short drive to get here today, so you know, it's worth it. You don't always have to travel far, do you? But yeah, hope you enjoyed that one. I certainly did. Pity we couldn't see more, but you know what, there's something quite nice about the mist in there. Makes things look a bit ethereal. So thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing. If you've enjoyed the content, give us a like, subscribe and share. And yeah, I'll see you on the next one. Thank you very much.